Hey guys, man of many things. I just want to talk to you a little bit about your parents when you were younger. I remember I used to hang out with my father. He used to talk to you at the same time he's teaching you. Or it could have been your mother, whoever. But my father always told me, always have some money in your pocket. Never spend all your money. I remember when my neighbor used to come home with grocery. He used to send me over to go help him. Take the grocery out the car and bring it in the house. I never get no money for it. Just go help him. I remember it used to snow. I used to get up, have to snow shovel the driveway, and sometimes go help my neighbors shovel their driveway, or even cut the grass in the summer. Just little things like that, make you a better person. We don't do that no more today. It's really our fault. I don't know why we don't do that to our kids, but we don't. We spoil them. We give them things they really don't need. Kids don't really look forward to Christmas anymore. Remember when you were small, Christmas is coming, you would run to go to bed? Now, it's like, you give them something, and sometimes if not what they want, I'm like, is that all I get? That's what they say. Some kids. But anyway, things about your parents, man. Things about your father. I used to go fishing. My father's in South Carolina right now. My mother and my father. But when I was young, we used to go fishing. We used to go out in the backyard, get the worms, show me how to put it on the hook, go fishing all day. I used to get up like 6 o'clock in the morning, be on a lake by 6:30, 7 o'clock. Fish all day. Come back and gut the fish. I remember I used to break something. He used to tell me, oh, well, fix it. You broke it, fix it. It was good times back then, I remember one time we built a brick wall. We had his pickup. We went and got some blocks. We mixed the cement, started building the wall. And that's what we did. You really didn't pay someone to come do a whole bunch of things. You did it yourself. Back then, that's how they did it. But they didn't call it prepping, like we do now. We have to name everything we do now. It's crazy. Back then, they just did it because it's part of living, part of saving money. Here's a shot of my batteries on the SJ. Die-Hard Platinum, 3-year. Free replacement, 7 years all the way around. Has 1150 gold cranking amps. I'm not going to go on about the batteries, but this video is about how you were. My father used to tell me, always have some money in your pocket and something in your car, a stick or something. You never know. You might have a bad day one day. You might need that stick. We didn't carry a gun. Just a little something. It's worn off someone, whoever's trying to do whatever, And it's just, it was good times. It was real good times. Miss those days. But because of that, doing stuff like that made me a better person now. I don't know how the kids today are gonna, when they grow up, how they're gonna be. They rely on the computers. We didn't rely on anything but our knowledge, helping one another. That's how it was. Of course, there's a lot of bad things back then, but there's also a lot of good things. Family cookouts. It was crazy. One day my mother would cook, have a cookout. The next week my aunt would have a cookout. It was crazy. I remember I got in trouble because I broke my, in the backyard, the neighbors in the backyard broke his sliding window because I was throwing rocks. And back then, it was fun throwing rocks. I used to pick something like a tree. See if I could hit that tree. I used to hit it, but then a rock skimmed off the side of the tree and went through my neighbor's window. Man, my father was pissed. I told you don't be throwing rocks in the back. So he ended up, he didn't have to give the neighbor no money. Yeah, they fixed it together. My neighbor told my father, tell him to come down and do some work around the house. And that's what I did. Mowed that guy's, yard and helped him with his car. He didn't yell at me. It's just, you did something wrong. This is what you had to do to fix it. That's how it was. And he never was mean to me or nothing like that, Weeks, months later, it was like nothing ever happened. But I learned, don't throw rocks in the back. It was crazy. But that's how it was, I mean, you see, if you're messing around when I was younger, acting a fool, and you see adults come around, you straighten up. You don't act like that till the adults go by, and then you act cool with your friends or whatever, That's it. Things is different now. But it's all right, It's all right. Because we all know what's right and wrong. But will our kids know what's right and wrong? But that's what this video is all about, Things you used to do with your parents. I remember my father would wake me up, hey, the roof is leaking. Tomorrow we're going to put a roof on the house. I'm like, I got to go up there? So he got one of his friends who was a carpenter, and we did it. I guess he bought his friend some beer or whatever, had a cookout, and that's it, man. His friend had a company, and he just stopped by, and he just helped. Didn't have to pay the guy. It was crazy. That's what it's all about. Helping. That's why I go over Troy's house and do what I can. I'm trying to get the team together. It's in New York, upstate New York prepper, bugging in, and do-it-yourself world. Troy, there's 4 of us. Gonna be a strong team. Help one another, Bugging in has helped me a lot. He gave me a bag, which I call my camping bag. He gave me a knife, a saw, a whole bunch of things. And I'm gonna give him my friendship, I'm gonna take him out to the trails and I'm gonna do a couple things, And of course, you guys seen the other video where I helped upstate New York prepper. And that's what it's all about. It's having a good time. Making cool videos. You guys as my subs, you guys are really cool. And enjoying a good time, I can't wait for the weather really hits, where it's like 80 every day, 80, 90. Make some really nice videos. It was cool, man. I used to go hunting with my father. We had hunting dogs, little beagles. Coon hunting. We used to go for coons and raccoons. We call them coons back in the day. And, squirrels, and it was crazy. I grew up around guns. When I was small, my father gave me my first gun. It was a 410. And I only used that gun when I went out hunting with the dogs, I didn't have a gun and, carry it around with me and all that stuff. It wasn't necessary. But that's what we did. We had a good time. And my father brought a deer home, and he got it. Him and my neighbor, they hung it up in the garage. And they got the deer. I was watching them. It was crazy. And I remember I was small. We had 4 beagles. I had to go out and feed the dogs and had to clean up behind them. We called it a pen, Had the dogs in a pen. I had to do all that stuff, I had to rake the yard and I had to do everything. My brother was too young. When he got older, he started doing some stuff. And I started getting in the cars, But that's why I'm so good with the SJ right now, you know, because I've been doing engines and transmissions, and me and my friends get together. One guy blows transmission, we all get together and jack the car up, pull the tranny out, go down to the junkyard, get another tranny, because no one had enough money to get it rebuilt, you know. Spend maybe $200-300 for a tranny or whatever it was. Slap it in. Back then my friend had a Chevelle, I had a Trans Am, and before you know it, we was rolling again. You know? One guy's down, we all stick together and we fix it. I kind of miss those days, you know? We had a good time. Anyway, I want to just share this video with you real fast. Show you my batteries. I have one here and I got one on the other side. And this runs everything in my in the SJ. There's two of them. You know, one here, and there's my jack, and I got another battery over there. It's a nice little setup. I'm happy with it. Very, very happy with it. And I hope you guys enjoy everything I show you. Anyway, this is ManofmanyThingz, and get ready for some really cool videos with the team. I'll show you guys their bug out vehicles and their preps and their gear. Hey, Buggingin, he has a nice selection of stuff. I know you guys seen him before. Buggingin. That's his YouTube name. And I'll talk to you guys later.